everything ready, and I forgot to clean the windows. So we'll have to look through some dirty windows for a little while today. Oh well, that's the way it works. Make sure all the mechanical stuff works well before you even get to the cosmetics, but seeing out the window is kind of important. They're not too bad. I mean, I can see pretty well, but that's the way it goes. You forget to clean the windows because you're in such a big hurry trying to get everything else ready to go. Right now, we're going to start shredding today, get that all taken care of. And I got a car behind me that doesn't want to pass. What else is new? Problems that we're dealing with out here is hogs. They are so destructive. They're not these cute little piglets that you read about in the storybooks. They tear up everything. They can make a disaster out of your hayfield. They dig up the rocks, they dig the grass up, they make big holes, and it becomes a real problem, especially on your hay equipment. You can't run it through it. You got to go around all that stuff. And it's a major problem here in Texas. And from last year to this year, it looks like the hogs have doubled the amount of destruction that they've done to this acreage here. There's about 160 acres or so here, and that is a major problem. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we'll figure it out. We may have to relocate some hogs. So I'm going to say, I'm shredding this down right now. It's going to take a while to do this. I'm not going to show you all the shredding that goes on. It's a lot. And we're just taking the stem down. All the seed's been dropped. It's so rough right here. Good grief. So right here, the hogs have come in and tore up this whole area out here. And I cannot cut that for hay this year. There's probably a half acre that's just torn up right here, and that's what I'm having to go around right now. I can't even shred across it. If this field could be a little bit rougher, that would be great. Ow. All right, I've been talking about the hogs, and I've just not really shown you. I just stepped in a hole. So if you've not dealt with hogs, this is what they do. This whole area right here is just eaten up by hogs, all of this. And these holes are pretty big. So dropping down in these holes with your tire and then your equipment trying to come through here, it does not work. You got these holes, another hole there. They just root this stuff up and make a huge mess. Probably some of the worst of it is over here. You got to be really careful where you step, because you'll step in one of their holes and actually break something. I'm telling you. Look at this. This hole is probably, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 inches deep compared to the rest of the dirt. All of this is like this. It's like it's been plowed up, and it has plowed up by the hogs, and it makes all of this unusable for hay. It destroys the land. Hogs, coyotes, and mesquite I hate them. I mean, I really do. And so the hogs will destroy the land where you can't use it for the hay. Coyotes come in and kill your goats and then other livestock, and then mesquite just takes over your property, and you can't use the property where the mesquite's at. Some people love the mesquite for firewood and other things, and some of them make an excuse so they can have barbecue. I also want to show you that the grass looks really good from a distance, but this is all stem. There's no grass here. This is why we're cutting this down, and this is why we never baled this up for hay. There's no leaf in this. Now there's some areas where this is so solid it looks like it looks like just waves when the wind blows, but it's basically, this is all dead grass now, but it's basically just stem. All of our seeds have dropped. It's on the ground now, hopefully that will create a good hay season for this property. The only problem I'm having, again, are hogs. I'm not sure what we're going to do about that yet, but I don't know. We'll see. But the hogs are just tearing everything up. Dusty field too. Hopefully everything will work out all right though. Now we got the DPF light on and the temp light on. They'll stay on for a little while and finish up the regen, and then it'll do a little bit of a cool down and it's done. Usually don't take that much. We're about, I think, close to 50 hours, maybe a little bit more than that even from the last regen, but I thought I'd just show it to you. We'll show you the next two light, or the next light. We'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. So now we just have a temp light on. This is the final part of my regen. Once this temp light goes off, that's it. It just went off just like you saw. Now I will tell you that there's, over here on the side of the tractor, there is some information about how that DPF works. And so read that and it'll tell you what's going on if you've not sure or you've never had that happen. But that's my regen for today, and I'm out here shredding. I got into some area where I have not cut hay out of. I'm trying to open up more of this pasture for cutting hay. Really dusty whenever it started doing that. The only problem is the exhaust is coming out, it's hot. And so I wasn't too concerned about it, but at the same time, I mean, we're talking about dry grass. And we're in a regen with some really hot exhaust going on, but that's a regen system. So with the regen system on the 573, you do not have to stop what you're doing before you go into regen. On many other tractors you do. That is a plus, because a lot of these tractors you have to stop to do your regens, and it's 15, 20 minutes, sometimes 30. And I think that's crazy. But anyways, thankfully with the 573 you don't have to do that. And I did stop the video because if not, it was just, the field was just too rough. And if I had stopped it would have probably looked more like this. Bouncing around, this field is extremely rough. They always show up whenever you're shredding or cutting hay. still have a whole lot to mow, and with a 10-foot shredder it takes a long time, but it is what it is, and we're just going to get it done.
I kind of wish I had a 12-foot bat wing of some type or something like that. I don't think the 15-foot behind the LS and the thick stuff would not do it. It just wouldn't do it. Not enough horsepower to get through some of the really thick stuff that I have to go through here after a while. There's some areas that was not cut for hay, and we're going to try to turn that into hayfield, and the grass is really thick in there, and I don't think a 15-foot bat wing on the back of the 73 horsepower tractor, I really don't think that it would make it through there. So anyways, I wish we had a little bit bigger shredder, but you know, I have a 10-foot, we're going to get it done. It just takes a little longer. I appreciate you guys been tuning in. Until next time though, thanks.